Hey, what is up, everybody? Um, feel like I have not done a video in years, and it's probably only been like a week and a half. As you can see, the backdrop has changed. Um, Over the weekend, my girlfriend and I rearranged the living room. I have this urge to do that about once a year. I get bored with the way that the room is situated, so I have to move it around, give sort of a, I don't know, fresh perspective on whatever. So yeah, this is going to be the backdrop for a while. Excuse me. As you can see, the title, Top 10 Slasher Flicks. These are the non-obvious ones. So you won't see Halloween, you won't see Friday the 13th, and you won't see Nightmare on Elm Street. Not because I don't like those movies, but those are always obvious picks for slasher films. So I'm going with films omitting those. So those will just be omitted. Not that they wouldn't be in a top 10, but they're just not going to be in this because they're so obvious. And I'm probably going to be doing more of these list videos. Financial troubles again, so what are you going to do? It's life. Go to college, kids. Get a degree. Do something with yourselves. So, yeah. Actually got the idea from Jason. We all know Jason, formerly of BeyondtheRealmspage. He just did a top 10 horror film list, and I sat down right after watching it, which I'll post a link so you guys can check it out. And I was sitting here thinking, man, what would my top 10 horror films be? And I came up with like 5 or 6 right off the bat. And then after that, man, I was stumped. It's just really hard for me to pick favorites. I have so many that I like that favorites is really hard to pick. And I know he said he had trouble doing it himself. I'm going to do a top 10 horror. It's just going to take me a little bit of time. So I decided to do something that I found a little bit easier, which is top 10 slashers. So, on with the list. Again, these are omitting the obvious. So, let me go and start. This number 10 is a goofy one. A lot of these are goofy. I really like kind of silly, goofy slashers. And part of the reason this is number 10 is just because of the title, and it's Graduation Day. We all know that during the slasher boom, there were a lot of holidays and days, and it just seems like these guys, they just ran out of ideas. They're going, well, the holidays are done. We need to think of special days. Let's see. Birthday. No, that's been done. Let's see. What is another important day in young people's lives? Graduation day. So, yeah. I'm surprised they didn't pick, anniversary day or whatever. But yeah, this is quite goofy. As a film, it's not amazing or anything, but I have fun with it. The cover is great, and of course it stars Christopher George, which we all know, cult hero Christopher George. And I haven't watched this in a long time, but it says it has featuring Vanna White and Linnea Quigley, and if I can remember, my memory serves me correctly, neither of them are in this for very long. So, but yeah, number 10 is Graduation Day. Number 9, from the late great Terry Lofton, Nail Gun Massacre. This holds a special place in my black little heart because I met Terry so many times, and he was such a nice guy. Died too young, and I wish he would have done more than just this, because I think he had some talent in him. Reason I like Nail Gun Massacre? Look at the title. Nail Gun Massacre. Look at the guy. Yeah, he's carrying around a nail gun. He kills people with a nail gun. That's all I got to say about that. Kills people with a nail gun. I'm going to watch it. Nail Gun Massacre, number 9. Number 8 is Jeff Lieberman's Just Before Dawn. This one I usually watch in the springtime or early fall, just because this is sort of when I used to go camping as a kid, and you know, this is a bunch of friends going out camping. This thing really relies a lot on atmosphere. There's not a whole lot of music in the movie. They use a lot of sounds. You're going to hear a lot of birds chirping, and there's this sort of creepy whistle that the killers do, and it sort of echoes throughout the forest. This isn't, you know, overly gory or anything, but I just think it's really well done, and the way that they sort of focused on the isolation as part of the fear, which I think really works well. People don't talk about this enough. The headbanger Tom, he mentioned it in one of his videos recently, and I just think it's fantastic, and underrated in my opinion. But that's number 8, Just Before Dawn. Number 7. This thing is about to get a really nice release in next month, which I think it deserves. It's going to have a Blu-ray DVD combo from Synapse Films. It is The Intruder. It actually has Sam Raimi in it, directed by Scott Spiegel. It says Bruce Campbell's in it, but he's only in it for like 15 seconds or something. He's not in it for very long. He was a cop. Basically, a group of supermarket employees are there for the night to do, you know, night work, stock, and whatnot. And basically get stuck in there with a crazy killer that dispatches people in very nice, nasty, gory ways. Very gory, very goofy, a lot of fun. When you think of slasher film, you think of those images, you know, this is what you got. Really great stuff. I always have a lot of fun with this one, and I'm really looking forward to the new Blu-ray, because this version is, it's kind of, the print's not very good, so it's going to be nice to see it in a cleaned up version. Plus that cover is terrible. It's a terrible, awful cover. There's nothing there. So I'm really looking forward to that. That should be interesting. I think that comes out early December, so. What am I on? Okay. Number 6. Slaughter High. Not the most innovative slasher. Not the best. But it's on my list because I just have a lot of fun with it. There is some sort of charm that this thing has. It's not that great of a film, but it just has this strange charm that I can't put my finger on. You know, not to mention it has Caroline Munro in it. The guy that plays the killer in this actually passed away shortly after filming. I think he killed himself. So that kind of adds the strangeness, some strangeness to it. Plus, I just love that he's wearing a Jester's mask the entire time. That adds some creepiness to it. Of course, this is the definitive Arrow version. You can't get a better version than this. And I did a full review on it, so if you want to go back and check that out, It'll be on my channel. Okay. Number 6, right? Why do I keep screwing that up? No, this is number 5. Sleepaway Camp. Number 5. I don't have to say much about this. From the extra short jean shorts to the creepy pedophilic cook to the strange aunt to the ending to the cover. So many great things about Sleepaway Camp. You can't beat it, and that's all I'm going to say, because I don't need to say much more about Sleepaway Camp. We've all seen it, right? Number 4 is The Prowler, a.k.a. Rosemary's Killer. This one's sort of a little bit nastier, a little bit more mean-spirited, gorier. Tom Savini did the effects for this, probably some of his best splatter effects ever, in my opinion. Of course, Maniac's probably his best work, but this is right up there. Sort of at a school dance, prom type deal, and there's a little bit of a war theme to it as well. But this is out on Blu-ray. I don't have the Blu-ray because this looks kind of bad, this print, and I didn't see them really trying to like clean this up a whole lot, so I never picked up the Blu-ray because I figured the print's not all that great anyway. If anybody out there has the Blu-ray of this and can comment about the picture quality, go right ahead. Let me know if it's worth getting, especially if you've had both and you can sort of compare. Yeah, I really love it. It's done by Joseph Zito, the guy that did Friday the 13th Part 4. Just a lot of splatter in this. Really, really cool effects. So that is it, The Prowler. Number 3. Just a classic all the way around. I love, love, love this movie. It's completely ridiculous and completely over the top, and it is Pieces. You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. I mean, come on. Pieces. First of all, the title alone is great. This is the Grindhouse version, the 2-disc deluxe edition. I've been meaning to get the Arrow version, but I haven't. I think because I don't think there's a lot different. It's probably the same print. I don't know. But I'm not going to sit here and try to talk about Pieces too much. We all know what Pieces is. We've probably all seen Pieces. We probably all own Pieces. Fantastic. Whole lot of fun. Number 3. Number 2. I absolutely love this movie. These are all films that I watch all the time. At least once a year, I would say. And this one was out in a cut version for the longest time, and I still loved it then. Just something about it. It's My Bloody Valentine. The original, not the remake. I'm not going to sit here and hark on remakes or anything. I don't have a huge problem with them. I just don't see the point in them. And I don't see the point in watching them, because they're usually very similar and not as good. So I just don't really. This was actually the last remake that I saw. Period. I believe. I know it's the last one I saw in the theater. And the best thing about it was that Tom Atkins was in it, and it was in 3D. Other than that, I just didn't. I didn't see the point. It's just the same thing, done over again. Just like I just saw the trailer for Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Literally looks like the exact same film. Is it because, we as Americans don't like foreign films or something? I mean, that thing isn't that old, and it was a great movie. Why are we remaking it? To me, it's just pointless. It's not that I have this big hatred for them. I don't think that they're ruining the original or anything, because the original's still there. They can never tarnish the original. The original will always be there. It's just pointless. There's no point to it. Why I went off on a rave about remakes, I don't know. But anyway, I used to love this when it was cut. There was a terrible Paramount cut version for the longest time with an awful cover. And I still liked it. It's just something about the guy in the miner's mask using the pitchfork, the pickaxe. The whole Valentine's Day theme, down in the mines. I love it. And then when this came out, it made it that much better, because this has got the uncut footage in it that you can watch with it in there. Great stuff, great stuff. Alright, number one. I'm going to take a drink of coffee here before I do this. What do you think? What do you think it is? Yeah, I can't hear you. You gotta speak up. Number one, I love in the woods movies. I love slasher flicks that are in the woods. Now do you know what it is? It's not Friday the 13th. It's The Burning. Yes, number one is The Burning. I can watch this movie a million times over. I actually like it better than Friday the 13th. There's just something about it. I don't know. I don't know that if it's because he's running around with pruning shears, killing people, or what. But maybe it's partly because George Costanza is in it and he has hair, but he doesn't look like he's any younger besides the hair. I don't know. Fisher Stevens is in it. Is that right? Is that his name? It's Fisher Stevens, right? I don't know. It doesn't say on here. I think that's him, Fisher Stevens. Plus, this was produced by the Weinsteins. I think this was their first movie that they produced, which is really funny, because now they're huge super producers. And there's a scene in this. This really does have that. You can tell when it's a Tom Savini movie. It's almost as if Tom Savini does a slasher, if it wasn't meant to be sleazy, once Tom gets in there, it turns sleazy. Besides Friday the 13th, 1 and 4, those aren't really sleazy. But, this and The Prowler and Maniac all have that sleazy, nasty, sort of mean-spirited feel to them. Gore is great in this. This is another one of his top splatter performances. And this thing was not out forever. I used to have it on a bootleg. And finally this came out with a few features on it. I just love it. It's certainly my favorite slasher in the woods movie. My buddy Luke had not seen The Burning. Huge slasher film. Huge 80s slasher film buff. And this is one he had never seen. And I was like, dude, you gotta check it out. So he just went and bought it. He was like, I trust you. And he was like, dude, I've watched it like 5 times. He loved it. So that's number one, The Burning. You can't go wrong with The Burning. My cats are chasing each other. Anyway, that's it. Top 10 slasher fix. Again, I'm going to be doing a couple more of these list videos because I'm broke. Man, I can't buy anything. I have like 2 reviews coming up of some things I bought that I haven't gotten around to watch yet. I'm going to have 2 unboxing videos coming up. Won 2 contests. Crazy. God, they're killing me. I'm going to spray them. They hate it. Yeah, stop chasing each other. Welcome to my life. Won 2 contests, which is crazy. My first contest win was from Horrors Ball. Amazing. And the other crazy thing is I don't own any hard boxes. And both of those contests I won. Horrors Ball and Giallo Eyes. both of them have hard boxes as the prizes. So I went from none to 2 like that. So I'm really excited about those, and I'll have unboxing videos for those. I'm going to do the horror list video, and there's going to be another list video of a genre that you guys may not know I'm a big fan of. So it may be a little surprising. But I'm not going to say anything more about that. That'll be a surprise. I have talked too much. You guys are probably really bored now and may have already turned the video off. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you again sometime soon. Later.